Briefing Elon Musk's recent dynamics focus on SpaceX IPO sprint and regulatory/political controversy. April 3, 2026. Latest developments surrounding Elon Musk reveal a dual-track progression. On one hand, SpaceX is preparing for capital market expansion. On the other, Musk is facing renewed public and political scrutiny over legislative and regulatory disputes regarding corporate information disclosure. SpaceX rumored to file confidential IPO, accelerating public listing process. Multiple media outlets report that SpaceX has submitted a preliminary initial public offering (IPO) application to relevant authorities via a confidential filing. This move is viewed as a strategic maneuver by Musk amid intensifying industry competition, particularly as AI and emerging aerospace rivals accelerate. A public listing would provide SpaceX with greater flexibility in financing and capital operations. CBS News confirmed the filing, noting it lays the groundwork for subsequent public disclosure and market-oriented operations. Key takeaway The confidential IPO filing signals SpaceX's intent for massive financing and expansion, likely shifting valuation trajectories and the pace of the aerospace capital market. 2. U.S. Democrats scrutinize liability related to corporate disclosure laws. A parallel narrative from the New York Times reports that Democrats are reviewing Musk's role and influence regarding the suspension of corporate disclosure laws. This indicates that Musk is not only under business scrutiny but is also embroiled in policy-level debates concerning transparency, disclosure obligations, and regulatory boundaries. Key takeaway Democrats have launched inquiries into the adjustment or suspension of corporate disclosure regulations, with Musk positioned as a central figure in the discussion. 3. Media analysis of Musk's methodology, turning radical ideas into reality. The Wall Street Journal and other outlets have outlined Musk's consistent execution path, transforming seemingly radical concepts into deliverable engineering and commercial results. Reports describe his playbook as a strategic combination of technical focus, high-intensity advancement, resource integration, and industrialized rhythm management to convert visions into phased milestones as quickly as possible. Key takeaway Media analyses highlight Musk's organizational and execution capabilities, emphasizing his ability to monetize and productize ideas through sheer operational tempo. 4. Public sentiment. Musk enters a high-intensity multitasking period. The Verge offers a more timeline-oriented description of Musk's current situation. As the SpaceX IPO progresses alongside simmering policy controversies, he is likely entering an even busier and more complex phase of multi-track management. Key takeaway Commercial advancement and political regulatory disputes are occurring simultaneously, presenting a mix of external pressure and opportunity. Summary. Currently, the key variables for Musk center on 2 points: the capital and competitive layout brought by the SpaceX confidential IPO, and political scrutiny surrounding corporate disclosure legislation/regulation. Meanwhile, media analysis of his methodology explains how he continues to drive massive projects in highly uncertain environments. As the IPO process moves forward and the direction of policy investigations remains unclear, external focus on his commercial progress versus compliance and reputational risk is expected to intensify. Briefing April 3, 2026. Tesla News Summary. 1. Sales rebound but miss expectations. Driven by a shift in consumer sentiment due to $4 per gallon gas prices, Tesla's Q1 sales showed an upward trend. However, performance failed to beat Wall Street expectations, indicating a gap remains between improving demand and market forecasts. 2. Product and market expansion. The 6-seater Model Y, Model YL, has entered 8 new markets in Asia, further diversifying regional supply and model coverage, reflecting the company's push for overseas growth and scaled sales. 3. FSD update imminent. Tesla will launch FSD v14.3 this week. Musk described it as the final piece of the puzzle, heightening market focus on end-to-end capabilities and serving as a potential catalyst for short-term sentiment and order expectations. 4. On-site governance for robotaxi operations. When robot access encounter bottlenecks or system limitations, Tesla workers will intervene and handle the situation on-site. This reflects a human-machine collaboration approach to ensure availability and operational stability during the early stages of large-scale deployment. One sentence summary * Tesla is currently navigating a multi-track phase characterized by rebounding but volatile sales, overseas expansion, the imminent FSD update, and a human-in-the-loop safety net for robotaxi operations. Briefing SpaceX IPO, first formal steps in ultra-high valuation targets, April 3, 2026. SpaceX recently quietly submitted IPO documents to relevant agencies, marking a significant milestone in the capital markets. Reports indicate this is the first formal step, taken via a confidential filing, showing the company's cautious approach to the timing and disclosure of its public debut. Regarding valuation, reports focus on the target valuation scale. Documents disclose an intended valuation nearing $1.75 trillion. Described as a record-breaking IPO or a Big Bang IPO, it underscores high market expectations for SpaceX's long-term growth and business scale. Additionally, discussions have emerged regarding how to position investments before the IPO, emphasizing the importance of investment structures, urging investors to rationally choose participation methods in capital arrangements based on compliance and risk tolerance. Key takeaways *. SpaceX has completed its first formal IPO filing via a confidential/private process. The target valuation is approximately $1.75 trillion, viewed by the market as a potential record-breaking event. Pre-IPO participation strategies are gaining attention, with an emphasis on investment structure and compliance. Briefing Elon Musk in Twitter, X, litigation and regulatory progress, as of April 3, 2026. 1. Class action over delayed disclosure. Reuters foreign media reports that a judge has ruled Elon Musk must face a class action lawsuit regarding his delayed disclosure of Twitter, X, holdings. The case will focus on his responsibilities regarding information disclosure and regulatory compliance. 2. Regulatory disputes heading to trial. Bloomberg disputes between Musk and U.S. securities regulators over the accumulation / holding of Twitter shares may proceed to the trial phase. This suggests the disagreement is unlikely to end in a settlement or procedural dismissal, leading to a formal examination of facts and legal rulings. 3. New York securities fraud case. LAW.com legal media notes that in New York securities fraud cases, Twitter investors can sue as a class, with Musk named as a defendant. This typically means plaintiffs will assert rights representatively, potentially expanding the impact of the case. For class certification confirmed, vital law. According to legal records, the class was certified on April 1, 2026, in the Musk Twitter acquisition case in the Southern District of New York, SDNY. This moves the case closer to the substantive litigation phase. 5. Policy level. U.S. promotes X for counter-propaganda. The Guardian. Parallel to the litigation, reports indicate the U.S. government is promoting the use of Musk's X platform in the field of external communications as a tool to counter foreign propaganda. This reflects X's practical role in public opinion and communication policy, overlapping with Musk's broader public influence. Briefing Neuralink Dynamics, April 3, 2026. Recent Neuralink developments focus on two areas: the practical utility of brain-computer interfaces, BCI, in daily life/entertainment, and the competitive landscape of the industry. 1. Hands-free real-world tasks. Reports highlight that patients using the brain chip can complete high-intensity tasks without traditional hand movements. Specific cases include performing raids in World of Warcraft at full speed. These demonstrations emphasize the BCI's transition from the lab to functional scenarios, translating brain signals into stable control commands for complex, real-time operations. 2. Industry competition. Reports indicate that a Beijing-backed brain chip company admitted it lags approximately 3 years behind Elon Musk's Neuralink in terms of technical roadmap or commercialization. This reflects the rapid evolution of the BCI field, where leading companies maintain significant advantages in signal decoding, implantation maturity, and system stability. 3. Public and academic narrative. Beyond technology, the discourse is becoming more public-facing, e.g., narratives titled My BCI, and academically linked, with mentions of institutions like the Delhi School of Economics/University of Delhi, suggesting the field is expanding from pure research into broader public and academic discussion. Summary. The value of BCI is being reinforced through operable, sustainable, and scalable task demonstrations. Meanwhile, industry competition is accelerating, with the technical time gap becoming a key metric for progress.